What's up, guys? Just looking at some levels. We're going to break down a few stocks. NVDA, I just want you to be aware, if we break this 130 tomorrow, I think NVIDIA is headed for more downside. If you look just on the 5-day right here, it's retested this zone at 140, and it has failed, and it is making lower lows right now. So tomorrow is a big day. We're going to see if it's going to break this 130 range right around here. And when you zoom out on the 3 months, you can clearly see that we've had testing of 130 multiple times. Right here, right there, right there, right there, and now here's the next test. If it decides to pull back, I'm using the 6-month chart just to draw back. I don't see this stock stopping in the mid-20s. I think if it breaks 130, I believe it is going to be moving to like 115 to 118 over the next basically couple of days. The reason I say that is right in this level is where you're having your consolidation. And if you zoom in on that area, you can see it's all around the 118 to 116 range. So definitely just beware. It's got to hold tomorrow. If it doesn't hold, it's not looking good. Now, this could either be a bit bear trap, but it's got to hold 130 and show some kind of level of support here. All right, SCHD, this is the Schwab US Dividend ETF. I just want to bring this to light. If you look at the 5-year chart, we had this nice uptrend from $21 all the way up. So if you're looking to buy, this is definitely a place of interest to start dollar cost averaging in. I mean, the lowest I see right now is basically SCHD retesting right around 27.6, 27.5. I definitely would be looking to put some chips in if you're looking to dollar cost average here. Just want to bring that up right here. You can see you have that clear resistance up at $30. Now it's down at 27.87. Could it go lower? Of course, but you're getting dividends in the process. So I definitely would keep an eye out for that. Next stock I want to mention was Intel. I know this one's not as popular with the semiconductors, but it's hard not to look at it when it's sold off this much from $50 down to $20, down 60%. But I just want to show you over the last month, we are starting to get some consolidation. There is a potential move here. And I'm looking at Intel holding this 19.87. That was a very strong hold over the last week. And just today, it retested that $20 mark again and popped up a whole point. Now, I don't know if this is short sellers covering, but you got to watch it because if Intel can move and get above 21.1 tomorrow and hold that level, that has been a massive resistance zone right in this area here. Let me see if I can bring this up for us. I'm just going to put this horizontal line so you can see. There has been no buyers. I'm going to put a red line just to show. There's been no buyers at these levels. Look at the resistance at 21.10 and then failed again at 21.10. Now, if we wake up tomorrow and Intel just fails back down, 21.3, slowly comes back down, then just ignore the play. But if you can get Intel to prove that it can hold this 21.1 level and then make a move up, I honestly believe we can get a move back to $23 a share, another 10% move. It's got to prove that it can hold $21. That's where I would be comfortable buying at 21, taking my loss at the new low of $20, but trying to go for 2 points, $23. So 2-to-1 R. All right, guys, this stock, UNH, I cannot ignore. I am looking to get into this company. It's starting to look very, very attractive in my eyes. I'm trying to be a patient here. It had a high of 628. It's pulled all the way back to 498. That's a 20% pullback based on the news, which was, catastrophic news. They lost the CEO, etc. You had this massive bear trap right here. I'm sorry, bear flag that went right here. And now you've had the continuation of the sell-off. You're at a whole number at 500. That's a psychological support right there. Just below it at 496 today. I'm still bleeding. What I like to do when I'm buying dips is I just want to see how much it's selling off. So just in one day, you can see that it's sold off basically from 500 down to 496, less selling pressure. But in the last, 5 days, it's sold off 12%. I think we have a little more downside here, but I might start putting some chips into UNH as a long-term hold. Where I really want to buy them is going to be at this, let me bring up the year-to-date so you can see, just in this consolidation range over here around 485. I would really prefer 475, but I don't think it's going to stay there that long. I mean, look at the year-to-date RSI on this. It is down to 27. I definitely would keep an eye on this stock. This is something that is one of the biggest healthcare companies out there. It is starting to pull back, and it would just be a gift if we can get this even lower. Trying to be patient, and then I'm going to start putting some chips in. 436 is really, that would be amazing, but I'm going to start probably chipping away around 485 to 480. You know, just 10% of my total position I want to put in. AMD, it's the same thing. Look at the 5-year chart. You have this massive pullback, just like NVIDIA. Had that high of 227. This stock needs to, it's holding on for dear life right now. It's got to hold on to this 122, 126 range. If it cannot, we are making new lows, and we are coming down most likely to $100. So I'm definitely watching them. And if it does break this 122, that's short central opportunity. Keep shorting until you get to 100. I mean, you have a 20% to go from there. Just looking at the 5-day chart, you can see that it's trying to hold on to 123, but if it breaks this 123, it's heading to $100. It just, there's nothing supporting it after that. I mean, you have the 115, but this is one little squiggly line. So I definitely would keep an eye on that. 120 breaks, you're moving down to 100. Mobile, I saved for last. This is another stock that I want to own long term. I'm definitely looking at them, trying to be patient here. They sold off from 125 all the way down to 108. That's about, I believe it's, I'm just going to bring up the percentage. Here we go. So 125 down to 108. That's a 14% pullback right there. I want to see them pull back to the 100. Once they go to $100, I'm going to make a stab at this, and I'm going to start buying. So Exxon Mobil, UNH are my big targets that I'm looking to start buying. I want to buy on this weakness and get in there. LMT is another stock I'm watching that I want to start buying in. So we got a lot of stocks that are starting to go on sale, which is awesome. So LMT is at 6. This is Lockheed Martin, 615 all the way down to 486. That's 20% pullback. We're getting some good pullbacks here. RSI is coming down to a healthier number. And the reason I like LMT is you can see you have this little bit of a trend going on here. You could see it right here. So we'll see if it's going to support this level around like 460s, 465. Hopefully we continue. I think what we need to happen is we need LMT to bounce up to 500, confirm that rejection, and then sell off lower. And then we can hopefully get 450, 460 on this. The cheaper it goes, the better it is for me because I'm going to buy this stock long-term in the YouTube portfolio. I'm hoping we can get that pullback around 465. That's what I'm looking for.